screen and use a high definition projector. They're actually really good, man.
They really are, Frank. They've come a long way. But before you do that, look at the prices of the bulbs and how long they last. And they're just not there yet with how much they're going to charge for a replacement bulb down the road. What I was thinking about was I'm trying to figure out, because I want to do one of those wall TVs where the whole the whole wall is a TV.
The back, getting that done. You got to do a lot of controllers and all that stuff, and I don't know. I don't necessarily know if I want to do that. The room's got to be big. You need really, really high ceilings to do that properly.
Yeah, just one whole wall, one whole square wall. Maybe not like nothing over the top, but maybe I'm trying to do the math here.
1, 2, test.
Do maybe four by 5 or something like that. It'd be nice. Especially just running like a water view or something on the whole wall would be bad to the bone.
The bulbs are $100 to $200 on these things. No more than $189.
Really? Are we talking about the same projectors?
Yeah, I'm looking at them, a Philips one right now. Listen, I know that at Patty's house, we've been running a wall projector with a drop-down screen, and it looks unbelievable. It doesn't take up all the space, all the wiring's not there. It's a little cumbersome to get it set up, but we built like a little platform, a little thing, like a little shelf. It sits behind the bed, and it projects, and it's so clean. That thing's been running for like 4 years, and she had initially a really, really cheap one. Like, I don't know, she didn't spend that much on Amazon, and just upgraded to a high-def one. It was like, holy crap.
Yeah, but then you have to keep the room dark and all, right? If you got a lot of light in the room, that thing's useless.
There is some truth to that, yeah. The light definitely, it depends on the intensity of the bulb. Some of them, some of the newer ones, it doesn't affect it, right? They have ones that lay right in front and project up. There's different types, right, where the ambient room lighting wouldn't affect that, right? Because it wouldn't be any, light noise in the room interfering with that. So it shoots up like if you had like a little console and you're shooting up. Like there's one my buddy's got. It looks like a sound bar, and it projects right up onto the wall, man. Unreal, like super. It's really, really, really nice, but it's expensive. But it really lowers the footprint of a lot of the stuff that's there. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, my brother Mark, when he was out in Indian Hills, his house, you would have loved his house out there. He was out in Indian Hills, and he had a movie room, and it was all platformed down, so he had all these couches, these leather couches and all that, and 100-something inch screen and projectors, and it was really, really, really nice. It was kind of stupid overkill. You had a movie room, but it's one of those things is how often are you going to be in there, you know what I mean?
Sounds like Diddy's house.
Snappers, what's up, Bobby? So I don't know. I think it's kind of cool, man. It'd be nice for a bedroom, right? Very rare your lights on in the bedroom. If you're going to be sitting down watching TV, the only time I do that is when I'm ready to go to bed. But I rarely ever watch the TV in my room. I'm always downstairs.
Yeah, but what about the change from the ceiling there for the swing? Would that get in the way of the projector?
No, it actually hasn't. And the wheel of sex that I have there, where it's really easy, right? It folds up. I just slide the bed over just a little bit, and then you can spin your victim on the wheel. It's great.
Hold on. The what? The wheel?
The wheel of sex.
Hold on. The wheel of sex?
Yeah, you strap down to it like the Wheel of Fortune type thing, and they just spin you.
Holy Christ, the wheel of sex. I'm gonna have to Google this. This is probably gonna be hurtful, but thank God I got the Bravo web browser here. Let me see here. The Wheel of Sex.
There you go. And someone was playing the X-Files music in the background, which was pretty fun.
A random spin wheel. Hey, good afternoon. K1HID.
Hey, I want to say good morning to you, Mr. Bob.
Mike,
okay, the Wheel of Sex. We got Girls' Choice 69. Oh, boy, I can't even read half of these off.
Hey, Bob, the other night I was listening into that drunken idiot talk crap to you. And you know how bad I wanted just to key up and just rip him up? But I was like, you know what? I think Bob can handle it, but I just want to let you know I was on your side, buddy.
I miss all the good stuff.
You know, the funny thing is I know that drunken idiot.
Yeah, but that was uncalled for, and a man should know how to, control himself when he's drinking. If he can't, then he's just a little boy.
Everyone's real tough behind a microphone.
That's right. Keyboard warriors.
Yeah, it was just disgusting, and he should be ashamed of himself. It's disgusting. Especially when there's kids listening to ham radio. And maybe I got kids in the background. He was just a dirtbag, so. And I'll tell him right to his face. N2MDX. Again, Frank.
Yeah, I don't even know. I didn't hear any of it. I still a little confused by I heard some snippets of it, but yeah, I don't know, man. I don't put any effort in anyone here, really. I mean, the ones I talk to off the air and, here and there I talk to, I'm good with, but for the most part, this is a bunch of people who have nothing going on in their lives and decided to jump on and get on 40 and 80 meters. That's all they do, and telephone tough guys.
Yeah, I just think you should keep. Listen, we all been on the CB, right? You can keep that stuff for the CB. That's great. That's a place for that. But ham radio is a hobby for enthusiasts and people that enjoy it, spend a lot of money. There's no need for that.
I agree. Unfortunately, it is what it is, man. Can't control it.
And he was embarrassed.
I don't know. I think it was after I left. I wasn't feeling that great that night. I left early.
You're probably better off. Anyway, we're live streaming here on the MDX channel, so if anybody wants to check their audio or whatever, just finally put it up. There you go, Dave.
All righty. Did you get Frank's swing in there? Yeah.
I have the sex wheel in the background and the stripper pole all in one package.
Okay, just double checking, making sure we're getting it all on tape here.
Oh, that's great. Hopefully they're not putting that on the air. You're live streaming, that's great. It's going to do wonders for the hobby.
Well, listen, let's be honest. I mean, this hobby is a lot of things, but I mean, sex symbols is definitely one of them.
Oh, that's what it's known for? Yeah, you're right. I realize that.
Dude, I'm telling you. I mean, how many women would like to have their TVs and their stereo systems working properly?
Why? How many TVs and stereo systems are you wiping out?
Probably, here at the house, none, because, because she has a ham radio operator on duty.
Yeah, lots of ferrites.
I'm hearing music. I don't know if that's a radio broadcast station right below me here. That's why.
What, 7205? I see it on the screen.
Yeah, I'm hearing only half of it. So I'm hearing one side of it, the AM broadcast, or whatever. Yeah, AM.
Yeah, I just seen that. Just put a tracking notch on that thing. It was a little annoying.
What happened to you, Chris? I can hear. What, you turn your power off?
Easy, you're like
I'm thinking to myself, man, these guys can't hear me. No, I didn't have the amp up.
I see you driving.
I'm driving with 14.1.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So what happened? I mean, so I'm asking the question. I guess I didn't realize my amp was on. So what was it that happened?
No big deal. You just had to be there. Let's not dwell on it. It's not a big deal. Bob handled his own. He's good.
Well, by the recordings, it looks like 44 was on 33, and you had that dynamic all by itself.
Bob, fill me in, Bob.
Well, Chris, we were all out there having a good time, and somebody had one too many pops and came on the frequency and basically targeted me. I was challenging him. I was talking down to him. And I really wasn't doing anything to him, but him seemed to just want to fight me.
Oh, okay.
And the funny thing is he lives 40 minutes from me, and I was close to maybe going to pay him a visit.
Yeah, he probably would have called the cops on you.
Not that I'm some big tough guy or anything, but fuck him.
Relax. It's nothing to get all upset over. It's just radio drama.
Yeah, it's Sunday morning. Relax. It's all nice. Is it still morning? Oh, no, it's afternoon. Sorry.
I might be, you might have to have me up on stalking charges.
You want to stalk Bob?
No. What are you doing here? I'm just checking out antennas.
It means something completely different over here.
This is pretty funny. Gun sales shoot up in New Jersey amid drone sightings.
Oh my God, we were just talking about that. You see, somebody shot at the drones, huh?
Yeah. I saw a video of a guy shooting an AR-15. The thing was out there. I mean, it did hit twice, but it was it appeared to hit twice. I forgot where I posted it. I remember maybe in our talk group, but it was funny. These people are out of their minds. Like, you don't know what you're really shooting at, man. Don't shoot at anything.
KC2RSM.
I mean, yeah, technically, I mean, it could be undercover surveillance from the CIA, our government, and they're just not saying it's some type of secret mission. Who the hell knows?
Well, the one thing I can tell you is that a lot of people are misidentifying, but what I can tell you is that government, there's no dude building what I saw the other day in his house. It was crazy.
Yeah, I believe one of them was like the size of a school bus, they said.
I can tell you the one I saw 200 feet up was probably the size of, I don't know, an F-250, F-350 dually. Like, it was long. It looked like a cross between a Tesla truck, that thing, and a DeLorean from Back to the Future. It was the weirdest looking thing, man. It was crazy. We jumped out of our seats, man. It was and the light was. I don't even know what I saw, Mike. I can't even describe what it was.
Only in the state of New Jersey, N2MDX.
Well, I was in New York at the time, up in Warwick, by my old area.
Okay. So the funny thing is, before they all popped up on the internet, these sightings, about a month and a half ago, I thought I seen something, so I filmed it. I actually have it on my phone. I saved it. And that was strange. And then a month and a half later, this happened. So I'm pretty sure this was probably the same thing then.
Yeah, they got reports that the local police are shooting tracer rounds at one of them. I think it was yesterday, the day before.
Some of the videos are clearly small aircraft.
Yeah, clearly there's misidentification, but I can tell you I saw what I saw, and I was right there, 200 feet above me. So there's definitely not. These are not homemade drones hanging out in people's houses.
I was flying a small plane a couple of years ago on the South Shore of Long Island, and I saw something I couldn't explain, and now I'm pretty sure
What's wrong with his audio?
that is being tested.
Yeah, well, this was in the woods, and we were up in the thing, and we were driving, and we do not possess the technology, at least exposed to people that could get something to hover over you that quickly, move, and then shoot out into the atmosphere at such a high rate of acceleration. I don't even think the human body can take that type of G-force. It makes us a fighter pilot. It makes like a fighter jet look like antiquated technology to what I saw.
In 1981, I was on the South Shore of Long Island at my parents' house. I heard a humming noise like it was like an electric fence. And I looked up, and it was a gigantic rectangular UFO with a green underside that looked like PC board traces. and it went about 1 to 2 miles an hour right over the house, about 100, 200 feet. Never heard anything about it, never saw it again, never explained it.
Well, that's the most impressive thing, right? It literally was above, double the tree length, right? So it was just above the trees, maybe 80 feet, 100 feet above the trees, and it went right over the lake, and it went right above us. It was like very slowly coming out, like it was maybe moving 15 miles an hour over our head, and then it took off at a super high accelerated speed and just vanished. And this thing did not make a sound at all. I can hear my drone 300 feet up in the air. There was absolutely zero engine noise to this thing at all. It wasn't a helicopter. Wasn't a, I could see a helicopter 1,000 yards away and identify it. This thing was 200 feet away. It was, I don't know what the hell in God's earth that thing was.
Well, then there must be more to reality than we know, because there's too many of these sightings, and I'm sober and straight as an arrow, and I've seen 3 UFOs in my life. Even got a photograph of one of them, but I have no idea what it is.
I mean, how could you not believe there's so many planets, so many solar systems, universes, what do you want to call them, galaxies, billions of planets? I mean, do you really think we're the only ones? It's you got to be ignorant to think that. And for anybody, I definitely think there's more. There's definitely more, and maybe they're coming to visit us. Who knows?
I disagree. I think that we're so far apart, we'll never encounter. I agree there's other life, but I don't think we could ever get to it.
Well, I disagree with you. I believe that they have the technology. They're so far advanced. They know how to bend time. Maybe they use, as they say, wormholes or some type of. Their aircraft's far superior ours as far as traveling. I mean, they're so fast. I mean, like Frank said, not even a human body could take that. So I believe if they want to travel here, they can do that.
What I saw is not something you could buy in a store. It was not made, or someone bought and put a kit together. This was absolutely super high tech. And if the government was doing it for a DoD project or whatever, and they're not telling people, then so be it. But I can tell you that was, I'm having a hard time even putting into words or thinking how that was even made by human hands. It was, and listen, I risk a lot to say that out here, right? I sound, you could sound crazy saying that, and but that was not of anything I've ever seen outside of a movie.
No, not crazy at all.
You're scaring me.
Yeah.
Swear to God, like that was pretty powerful. And here's a guy, I was not a skeptic. I actually started to become a skeptic as I've gotten older, saying, maybe, there might be something, maybe it's not. When I was young, I was a little bit more, inclined to believe that, it'd be cool to see that. I'm going to be honest with you, I thought it was cool to see, but now I'm left with more questions than answers, and it's actually kind of scary if that is not something I'm going to tell you, it probably wasn't the coolest thing to see in the world. I almost wish I didn't see it.
Didn't this guy just say that he's seen something over his house that didn't make any noise, but then he says they don't travel here? You got to pick one.
I don't know.
No, Frank,
like I said, I'm a seer.
You're not regretting.
I have to see it to believe
telling
it, but I haven't
sorry.
seen anything. I've seen some stuff, but I could, if I, watch them long enough and figure out it was just my eyes playing tricks on me. But I don't know. I mean, you can't really, that high up. I mean, the crystal meth, doesn't even affect you that much.
The funny thing is, it's easy to joke around about it, right? And it is, right? I mean, if I was hearing you say that, I'd definitely be laughing, making jokes of it. And I'm not saying that you can. I'm just saying that I'm going to tell you that, I'd be like, I'm pretty concerned, man. That was pretty serious, like what I saw the other day. And I'm still like, it's crazy, dude. I actually called Patty the other day. I said, Patty, please give me a reality check for a minute and help me make sure that what I'm seeing, was correct and accurate, and I'm not, the story didn't change in my mind. And I recited. She goes, that's exactly what I saw.
All right, so I have another one for you. How about this? What if they're actually UFOs? What if the government and our agencies are just playing it off like drones, like they did the weather balloon in Roswell? You ever think of that, Frank?
It very well could be. I mean, it could be a false flag operation. There could be a gazillion things that are going on. I definitely don't think it's another foreign government, Iran or China. I don't think so. First off, I mean,
We shot it down.
I think that they're having a hard time explaining. Listen, I wouldn't rule anything out after what I saw the other day. So could it be something from a different planet? Possibly. I'm going to tell you, I have a hard time explaining how humans even built what I saw. And it very well could be. And if it is, that's going to be a very defining moment in the world. I mean, I can tell you, based on everything we were taught, in school on physics and stuff, some of the stuff that I've seen now and people are claiming seem to be far-fetched, right?
Well, you learn classical physics, but they may be using quantum physics.
Yeah, they very well. They have to be using quantum physics, right? So.
Yeah, there's plenty of room for different phenomenon than we're used to.
I just don't see, the part I have a problem with is I just don't see a point of us testing technology over New Jersey or New York. It just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, just population-wise, I mean, if you're trying to do stuff undercover, I mean, you guys couldn't keep a secret to save your lives.
But that's my point, right? That's the point I was trying to make the other day, right? What is the end goal, right? So if it is a DOD project, why would you want to, other than creating a false flag type hysteria, a psychological aspect to what they're doing, I don't see the gain in the government doing that, right? And people are saying, oh, it's politics. No, it's not politics, because right now it's another president involved. Like, I won't even entertain that. That's just ridiculous to even say that. But what I will say is that, to your point, Dave, why would you expose so many people to something of that nature? Why would you do that, right? Like, people don't have access to see this every day, nor do they know that you possess it. Why would you just, arguably put it in one of the most densely populated places in the country? That's what makes me wonder. And then when I saw the other day, I'm like, oh my God, this is weird.
They may be looking for something.
Yeah, they want to get you.
Very well could be, but the question is who, right? So, yeah, they might very well be looking for something. I won't, that's a plausible explanation. But the question is who? Because what I saw was crazy.
They want that guy with the narrow audio.
Something with a nuclear signature.
No, they want you, man, because you got that 2.4 narrow audio.
Create some panic and take the hysterics off of that. That's very possible, right? But why would you use such advanced technology to do that? I mean, I don't know. Listen, I'm done speculating, but it was crazy. That's all I can tell you is that if that's our country, my God, we could run the entire world, because that was pretty wild what I saw.
Well, I mean, like I said, you can throw it up, and like I said, I watched a few videos recently, people talking about the same exact thing you're talking about, Frank. And if you watch from 10 years ago, if you watch anything from when they were spotting them all the time down in Louisiana and all that, the only two things that are different is it was a lot more anal down there.
A lot more what down there?
Anal?
We don't listen to him. He's got Tourette.
No, I mean, they were abducted, and, I just don't see coming billions of light years to look at my rear end. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, let's ID here. N2MDX.
Single one of them, no evidence.
N2MDX.
What don't make sense either is if they're coming in secretly, why are they lit up?
That's what I'm saying. That's the thing that drives me nuts. And they shut them off and disappear. I can do that with my controller. And like I said, I think, Frank's right. I mean, is there something? Yes. The problem is you got donkeys like me that are like, okay, and I'll bring my drone up and shut the lights off and everything else. And it is perfectly legal. But, and then, you got people confusing 747s with drones and, So is there something going on? Probably, yes. There's too many not to say, but now you got every screwball and their mother looking out the window now for drones. So you're going to have a lot of misidentifications and so on and so on. But is there something strange? Yes. Now, It's going to be funny if we find out, like a lot of these sightings, it's just like, like you got car groups, you got drone groups. I mean, if you come over here where I am, I mean, we got the old air base down here. I mean, not this time of year because it's friggin' freezing, but during the summertime, you go down to the old air base, man, it's a buttload of those racing drones, and all the guys are down there. It's a whole group of them, and they got the helmets on, and they're flying their drones all over the place at like 200 miles an hour. And it's pretty cool to watch, but you can't. These things are little dinky things, like the size of a bird. They're not like Buicks.
Is it a coincidence that the world took place in Jersey and this is in Jersey?
It's going to be funny. Watch. I'll guarantee there's some sort of movie coming out. Watch. There'll be some sort of alien movie coming out soon. Watch.
I don't think the government would stand behind allowing people to get questioned, the hysteria, the amount of money that's being invested in doing that, right? Like, I don't see that, right? Like, they would lose a tremendous amount of credibility if they allowed that to happen, right? And then there'd be a lot of questions to answer in addition to that. So I don't think they would allow their integrity to be questioned. There's plenty of other reasons they could be questioned, right, for other things, but not on the behalf of someone making a movie. I just think that's completely irresponsible and would raise a million other questions, right? So I don't think anyone's willing to put their seat or their position at risk for that. So I'm going to dismiss that, right? But the problem is that, to your point earlier, I think there's a lot of misinformation. With AI technology, you don't know what people are putting real videos up or they enhance. And all that does, and people misidentifying 747s or 737s and planes and helicopters, it's creating a hysteria, right? But the problem is that all that really does, it creates an avenue for the integrity or the investigation or anything to be really put into question, right? You start questioning the reality of everything because there's so many bad information that's coming across, misidentifications, and it really puts everything into question, and it really its integrity is diminished because of that, right? So that's part of the problem that's going on. But I can tell you, from my perspective, there's absolutely something going on because there is no doubt, no question, I know what I saw, and that was not human.
Excellent analysis.
And one dear us. Well, like I said, I agree with pretty much all those points. On the serious tip, I do agree with that, and that's the problem, is the misinformation. And let's be honest. I mean, expecting anything out of this administration here is baffling, Frank. This is by far the worst administration I think in history. And like I said, this guy hasn't been running things for the last 3-4 years. It's somebody else, and we don't know who the hell that is. But it ain't him. I can tell you that right now. He doesn't even know what day of the week it is. So, like I said, we got a few more months here, and we'll see from this point on. But I don't know. I don't have any faith in this administration. Like I said, they're as crooked as they come.
Completely agree.
Yep.
Right, but I think even putting that aside, right, take the politics out aside, I'm convinced they may not fully know what it is. And I think that's, how do you go in front of the public? No information is almost better than saying, I don't know, right? Because if there's fear already, which we're seeing that's happening, imagine going beyond people and telling them you really don't know what it is and you can't explain it and it's not you. Think about the hysteria and panic that alone is going to create, right? So no information might be better than giving, no information. Or telling them people you don't know.
Well, that's why I say I think it's like the weather balloon trick, Frank.
Yesterday or maybe the day before, but we have the technology, Frank, to see a good distance in complete zero darkness, and we have helicopters. There's military stuff over there and everything else, and we're not getting one thing out of it. I'm thinking this is where I get suspicious.
Are doing QBX.
We can see, like I said, with the human eye, we can't see in the dark, but we have the technology to see perfectly in the dark. Even with our satellite stuff that we're not even supposed to know about, we can see exactly what's going on over greater distances, and we can spot a penny on the ground in New York City from the sky, from in space. but we can't figure out what the hell's flying over Frank's house. I find that suspicious all by itself.
I don't know. I think the mothership just dropped Benny off.
Make sure I have. So I just want to say something, right? So we're under the guise that we think this is a human technology, right? And I don't want to beat this to death, right? I think we've already done that poor horse. But, you know, again, we're speculating that we think it's man-made, right? So I'm just saying keeping an open mind, right? So to Mike's earlier point where he said, well, what if we find out it's not a drone and it is something out of this world, right? I'm going to say the technology we have, you know, those drone, whatever those crafts are impervious to our radar and all the technology we have, right? So let's just look at it from that aspect for a moment, right? And just say, okay, let's take a hypothetical that is some sort of space alien technology. I'm going to argue if they're here, their technology supersedes anything we have, and therefore that might be one of the reasons that they're unable to give you an answer of what it is, right? Because they know it's there, right? But what are you identifying? What are you saying it is? And if you don't know and you don't know the source, and you do know it might be extraterrestrial, how do you even explain that to the public, right? This is a larger discussion, right? I think the question is the origins of this thing, first off, have to be considered. And then, you know, and maybe that's why we're not getting answers. I'm not saying that's the reason. I'm just saying if you have to look at it from that aspect, that might be the reason.
Right.
Well, that part, let me make sure I got it. That a part I do agree with, and I think it's your point and Bob's point are pretty similar. You know, and that's the thing. I think we know exactly what it is, and there might be reasons. You know, as the other gentleman said, I try to forget his name. You know, it might be things that they're doing they're just not ready for us to know about yet. I mean, not like it's top secret, but it might be looking for something or for some reason, blah blah blah. But is there something you use? If it comes out to be something stupid, I think it's going to hurt them more than help them. I think even, you know, like you said, probably not sharing, if it's something serious, not sharing is probably the best way. You know what I mean? Because, you know, you're always going to have crazy people out there yelling about it and so on, and all the misinformation. People like myself just pay no attention to it now, and just, you know, that's why I have to leave here on Tuesday morning to drive out to your house and stand outside guard, you know, with my ham radio vest on and my little tinfoil hat. I'm going to keep you safe, Frank, no matter what anyone says. But, you know, like I said, I'd be curious. I mean, if it comes up to be nothing, I think it's going to hurt them more than help them. And I'd rather, you know, if it is something, I'd rather not know about it anyway. So I'm good with that.
Hi. How are you doing, QB?
There he is. There's Benny. He's live and well. Just dropped off from the mothership.
Up here, but good to hear you, buddy. Hope all is well, and listening in.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Dave, Mike, I believe is in there. Frankie, good to hear you guys. Yeah, topic of discussion. That seems what everybody's talking about, but it'll be what it'll be. We'll know soon enough, I think, or maybe not, like you guys are saying. But good to hear you all booming in here. KB2 QBX. I don't know, whoever gets it.
Yeah, I think I'm all spent on this, but yeah, I'll say hi, Benny. It's been a while, man. Hope all is well. Best of the holidays to you and the family. And I'll be here for a few minutes. I'm just going to jump up here, go grab another water, and come back and listen to the 7209 Sci-Fi channel here. And like I said, you know, Benny, I haven't talked to you in a while. I mean, I know you have a lot of drones and stuff. Have you been probed at all?
Oh, yeah, probed on a daily basis. And I'm right here by JFK, and there's a lot going on here, especially like 3 in the morning. Believe it or not, a lot of flight activity. 5 miles southeast of JFK. And actually been hearing like prop planes at 3, 4 in the morning, now that you ask. But it's interesting. It's interesting, Dave. But it's good to hear you, brother. Good to hear all of you. It's been a while. Hope you and the family are well, and happy upcoming holidays to you as well.
Thank you, sir. Okay. Carry on, gentlemen.
And hello, Benny, N2MDX.
Mikey boy, what's happening, brother?
What's going on, Benny? Yeah, just I'm waiting for my opportunity, man. I have I put a light out at nighttime, and I say, take me. I'm waiting for them to come take me to their planet.
Oh, as long as you can bring some radios with you, you'll be king of the hill.
That and some Twinkies, and I'm good to go. Okay, Frank.
So in other news, Florida fisherman hauls in $1.7 million worth of cocaine. He caught a 55-pound, I guess, container of cocaine while he was fishing in the coast of Florida here. So that's pretty fun.
Did you see all the fentanyl they're finding in the dead dolphins?
What?
Yeah, there was a report that they've some dead dolphins that loaded up with fentanyl. I think last week it was in the news.
That's sad. That's very sad.
By the way, I got. Did you hear that live ATC footage that's been put out about airliners reporting in Dallas? UFOs that are in there, and they've been flying over Texas for hours, and they're trying to figure out what they are.
Saying there was drones over here in my town, but it was bull crap because people are seeing airplanes. People are just seeing things now. But they said there was one over Staten Island also one day last week.
Well, this is multiple commercial airline pilots flying into Dallas airspace, and multiple repeated talking to the control tower, asking, reporting, not understanding what they're seeing in all these strange lights.
And maybe this is a full-on invasion, Frank. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they're trying to cover it up with this drone crap, which is the best. Just say it's drones for now. Otherwise, the American people are going to get all worried. You know, kind of like I said with the weather balloon thing. Who knows? Could this actually be a full-on invasion? Man, this would be crazy.
I'm waiting for somebody to get a 50 cal out and shoot one down.
Yes, I can. Killing me.
Come on, Dave. You believe in Santa Claus, Easter Bunny, Peter Cottontail, and you won't believe in UFOs?
He's a Scrooge.
About it. Like I said, it always has to do with a country song, a bar, and anal.
There's another guy in here that we were talking to earlier. He was a little bit lower. We were talking about the UFO. He said on Long Island. Who was that?
KC2 RFN Allen.
Okay, Alan, nice to meet you. I'll cut you in here in a log.
In the 5 towns, Alan.
Woodmere.
That's why you're a 40 over. I'm in Woodmere also.
Hey, you're blowing the doors off me. I thought Frank had the signal. Boy, you blew him out of the water.
Wow, Frank's got the signal?
I always do, boys.
Yeah, Frank's about 30 over here. Strong, big.
Yeah, what you're hearing over Woodmere is there's a lot of small aircraft being guided over our area for some reason.
Yeah, if you're hearing the prop planes that have been going by, it's very interesting. The prop planes like 3, 4 in the morning as well. I don't know where they're coming from.
I can tell you because I'm one of them. I fly over all the time. When I'm on an IFR flight plan, I just decide I want to cut across JFK in my Arrow.
What is it, KC2 RMK?
Never saw an alien over JFK, but I saw one over the South Shore in 2016.
Hey, Alan, what was it called again? KC2 RMK?
Romeo, Foxtrot, November. Kilo, Charlie, 2, Romeo, Foxtrot, November. I'm listed as Great Neck on QRZ, so that's my office. I live in Woodmere.
Oh, okay, very good. Nice to meet you. All right, got you in there.
Where in Woodmere are you, Alan?
Double.
Where in Woodmere are you, Alan?
Just off of East Broadway.
Oh, well, you're less than a mile away from me. I'm on West Broadway.
Yeah, right, yeah. My brother's just off of West Broadway as well, another ham, but he doesn't operate. I'll make sure to target your house next time I'm flying over, and then I'll try and put the X-File music on.
Okay, sounds good.
I don't think these are aliens, and I don't think they're anything. I don't think they're alien, different governments. I think it's our government. They're either looking for something, or for some reason they're compelled to put these things up. But whatever it is, I think it's going to disappear as mysteriously as it started.
Or maybe it'll get worse.
Assessment, Alan. I think it's going to disappear. We're not going to hear another word. And like most things that happen in America, most Americans just forget, and it goes on, and we never really think about it again. So I'm in agreement. I can tell you that it's hard for me to fathom that it might be something from a different planet, but I will say that it's definitely some pretty interesting technology.
What?
Lights, and whether they're gas powered or they're battery powered, they have to take off and land somewhere. We can see that with our satellites, so they know exactly where they're taking off from. They know exactly where they're landing, and that's how you can catch them. So we know the government it knows what's going on or is actually doing it.
You know, a guy put a report out the other day that I was listening to, which was really interesting. Make sure I have
thousands of miles.
Oh, sorry. I think I might have doubled with you, Bob, there. One thing that I saw the other day that was kind of interesting was a guy made mention, and he said, which makes sense, right? I think he was under the guise of kind of what you're saying, Alan, that, I think we're looking in the wrong place. People looking in the skies here for the origins, and, almost everyone's reporting this stuff is coming from the east out from the water. So I think that we're focusing our efforts out of the purview of people that we need to be looking 75, 80 miles offshore at the very minimum, and it's coming in and out of there somehow. So, and again, he was also suggesting it was, internally our own government doing this. So, again, why? Who knows?
Either they're compelled to do it. They're either looking for something or they must test it for some reason. But sure, it could come from the water. Why not? But the government, the U.S. government, with their satellites, know damn well the positions where they're going to and where they're coming from. And so they know who's doing it, so we don't have to worry about it. They even told us there's no danger. And that's government code for, we know what's going on, we can't tell you, but don't worry about it.
Well, somebody was saying, too, they think it might be a defense contractor with a, special clearance to do this testing in high-populated areas. It's one of these, just testing new things out.
Yeah, absolutely. That was my theory, too, was that it's one of those subcontractors who's basically proving a point.
Do I have it?
Yes, sir.
Right. What I was saying is we don't need satellites to see it because we have radar coverage all over the United States. Every international airport has radar that goes out for thousands of miles. One airport covers the next. So the whole United States is covered in radar. They can see everything that moves in the sky above like 300 feet.
I can tell you when I drop my airplane down to about 400 feet, it's very hard for them to catch me. They lose me when I can drop down to about 400 feet.
I mean, the problem is our low radar, Bob, is just, it's all Cold War stuff. Well, it's all Cold War stuff. I don't think we've really updated it enough to do some of this newer stuff going on. I mean, can it be picked up? Yeah, but I mean, if these things are rolling, maybe 100 feet above the tree lines, I don't think they're seeing crap.
Not a chance.
But they don't stay 100 feet. They go up and down. I mean, you think they just hover 100 feet over the tree line?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, it depends. I mean, it depends on how big we're talking here. I mean, I think a regular drone, I don't think they're not seeing that at all. I mean, if they are, they're blowing bubbles. But, if it's something, the size of a Buick or, Frank's saying a 250, other people are saying, it looks like an 18. It depends on which person you talk to. It gets bigger and bigger. It's, how it goes.
Well, I think we're assuming that it's all the same size drones, right? I think they're definitely different type of vehicles, right? Some smaller, some bigger, right? So, which kind of creates the illusion that, there might be more than they're saying, or, inconsistencies in reports and blah, 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 blah. But again, I think, to Alan's point, and I kind of agree, right? I think this is going to come and go as quickly as it started. It's going to end, and there's going to be no explanation behind it.
I'll give you one that's scary. What if they're releasing the genetically engineered insects?
Yeah. I mean, I know they do have high resolution radar.
I don't know. I've seen video. You don't know if anything's altered, but there was tracking reflection signals.
Right? And these things are portable.
So I mean, could that have been some sort of genetic
things, as everyone
your point
suggested.
insect.
They would already know where they're coming from unless they're not really looking. So there you go. But look at my town, for example. Facebook. If you're on my town for Facebook, look at last night. It blew up. They were seeing drones everywhere. And I'm not legally. I'm not saying I had anything to do with it, but they're talking about it.
The War of the Worlds effect.
I can tell you, I was driving down Route 16 last night in New Hampshire here, and I was looking for drones so bad I almost went off the road.
I don't shoot in any water towers.
Oh God, this is great. I'm glad I had Sunday off. This is one of the best Sundays in history here, talking about World of Wars on Ham Radio.
Doing what they're doing.
It's like that movie Independence Day. Remember that, Dave?
Oh yeah. The new updated one stunk, but the old one was good. And like I said, I can imagine Frank flying an F-15 up into the alien mothership.
Totally. Makes total sense.
He says he's back.
They'll send me right back, trust me. They'll be like, get this guy out of here. That's why I'm a perfect candidate for it.
You didn't even know we implanted a memory that came from a nightclub in New Jersey, but that anal was us. I don't know. Like I said, it's going to be funny. But I agree. I agree with Alan. I think it's going to watch Frank. It's just going to be like poof, all gone, and then they're going to snag a bunch of numbnutses like me flying their drones, and that's what they're going to base it on.
Let's remember that broadcast, War of the Worlds. We're living it right now.
Oh, yeah, back then, people were killing themselves over that, though. That was a little different, though. I mean, the IQ back then probably wasn't the greatest, you know what I mean? If those people, if you took those people from then and put them in today's CNN or MSNBC, they would kill themselves, too.
If there's a possibility you're going to kill yourself, I'll be broadcasting that on a truck with speakers around your block, just nonstop.
What I'm
Boy.
This information nowadays compared to back then, back then it was unheard of for media to lie to you and this and that, and reporters were real reporters that were trying to post real news, and now only thing that's somewhat accurate is how if Kim Kardashian changed her. Never mind. I was going somewhere. Never mind.
Don't go there.
Yeah, let's keep this G-rated. We're live here.
I didn't say anything bad.
By the way, I like him.
You like what?
I said I like Kim Kardashian. I don't care for her ex-past boyfriends. I mean, they're all dirtbags, but I mean, I think she's super hot.
Oh yeah.
Kanye is dope.
Super hot is not, but yeah, I mean, if you like things with more activity than the Callahan Tunnel, yeah, it's like throwing hot dogs down a hallway.
Come on, she's beautiful. Stop, and she's got a lot of money. She could take care of you for the rest of your life, David.
I honestly, I don't need to be taken care of, and I wouldn't want anything to do with that salami sandwich.
Oh my God, you're too funny. Go ahead, Frank. N2MDX.
I think they said she went for a butt reduction. It's like out of style now.
Oh yeah.
I don't dislike her. I'm not that into her.
She's from New Jersey, right?
What did one boob say to the other boob?
Nah, I think she lives in California, from what I understand.
No, she lives in California, but I don't think they're from California.
Oh yeah, maybe. I believe maybe Jersey.
I think that the father, Kardashian, was one of the lawyers for O.J., definitely California.
We're going to have to look this up. We're going to have to get, we're going to get out. Where was Kim Kardashian born? Okay, she was born in Los Angeles. Makes sense.
There you go, Frank. No New Jersey.
Super famous. Their whole family's been there for years.
Well, yeah, he was super famous. Super famous. They're all super famous. I don't know why, though, but they are.
I don't know why they're famous either. Other than looking hot.
Any man going near that. Look what happened to what's his name. Now he's a Kardashian girl.
I think Kim got pretty famous after the sex tape with Ray J, right, Frank? Wasn't that it?
Yeah, that's where she gained all her fame.
Yeah, that must be happy.
They're worth billions there, Dave.
Yeah, her father was also born in Robert Kardashian. He was also born in California as well. So
Can't please them all.
I just don't get why they're famous. I mean, I don't find them appealing. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not that
I watched the
into
video,
them, but
I wasn't
whatever.
overly impressed.
Because she reflects the current culture, shallow.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, I still think the video with what's her name there, the Hilton chick, that was better.
Paris.
Yeah, she did nothing for me either.
Yeah, I didn't find her all that either.
For them, all right, she came from wealth. What were those two doing?
The problem is that people are bored now, so they're becoming voyeuristic. Because that's all the Kardashians and Paris and Nicole were. It's just voyeurism.
Well, it's like anything. It's these women of today. I believe they're broken. They're broken toys. I mean, they want real men. They're looking for a real man, and they're mad that the real man doesn't want somebody that slept with the whole football team and has 4 kids with 4 different daddies.
Oh, what are you talking about? I like that.
Formula, and it's a big problem.
Yeah, like you said. I mean,
Come on, Dave. That's the perfect woman. Just think, you don't have to get married to it.
of them here on ham radio, so I'm just going to be quiet.
Hey, Dave, that's the perfect woman. You don't have to marry it.
Double mic. What was that?
That's the problem. And then they realize they wake up one morning when they have no eggs left and realize they're not men. They're just empty, hollow women. And that's the problem.
I was saying, Dave, I said that's the perfect woman. Then you don't have to marry them.
Well, that's the problem, though. That's what they want. I mean, they want to get married, and they want to, they want this, they want to wear a white gown, even though their body count is more miles than I have on my new truck.
I don't see a lot of this new generation getting married. It seems like they're all invested into this social media nonsense. They barely look up to even look at another person, never mind go on a date.
Sorry.
No, you're fine, Alan. And yeah, I mean, like I said, you got these apps now, and like I said, I mean, listen, it's cool if you're single to throw down, but like I said, nobody wants to marry that one you're throwing down with. The whole neighborhood through it, and that's the problem. They just the sense of being a woman now is just it's not there, and they want to be like men, and if that's the men you're chasing, I mean, you get what you get and you don't get upset, but so be it.
I think too many women now want to be men. They want the role of a man, but they don't want the responsibilities, and I think that's been a big domino effect throughout the culture, very negative.
We need a woman in here to stick up for women.
Well, I would argue any self-respecting woman would kind of say the same thing, right? I mean, I'm not hating on them, but whatever it takes, but to make them happy, then go for it. I'm not going to judge, but I got to think that you got to understand maybe why they're in the circumstances they are. I don't feel they chose their path, and I don't feel any sympathy for them.
What I'm saying, though, Frank, is, I mean, personally, would you want a woman with a 30, 40, 50 body count? Come on.
No, of course not. It's gross. Of course not. No one's going to take her serious. And the problem is when you put yourself out there and everyone knows you got that kind of body count, you're going to get a certain type of guy.
Yeah, but a lot of guys have body counts too, no?
Well, listen.
Yeah, it's a double standard. Absolutely. 100%. No doubt.
But what I'm saying is if they choose that guy, they choose that guy. I mean, but don't get mad at me. I'm not choosing that type of woman.
I'm not disagreeing, Mike. It is a double standard, man. But there's no doubt about it. And it just is what it is, right? I mean, listen. I know what my standards would be. I wouldn't want to be with somebody like that. But you're right. I wouldn't. I have no problem being that. So it is kind of messed up.
Oh, yeah, and there are women that actually will not get with a man if he's been with thousands of women.
And you know what she did right after it all ended and she showered and got got interviewed? You know what she did?
What?
Wait, could you say that again, Alan? Part of it was doubled.
So there's a British woman who has an OnlyFans page, and she did a stunt where she had sex with 101 men in 14 hours. And after she showered off after the event, she was interviewed. And I'm asking, does anybody here know what she did during that interview?
I heard she cried. I saw that on one of the news things.
That is correct. She cried because now she knew objectively what she did was grotesquely wrong and damaging to everybody, her partners, the culture, and she had that little bit of realization right then and there. And the millions of dollars she earned for the stunt didn't mean anything in that moment. And I guarantee you that night she was reflecting on her life very seriously. That's why you don't do things like that.
Absolutely. It's more about your own, who cares what the world thinks? They don't pay your bills, right? But it's about looking into the mirror and having to deal with the ramifications of whatever action you did. So, yeah, I read that. I didn't read it. I did see a highlight come across. This woman had done this and then ended up just miserable and crying afterwards.
Yeah, if she had a brain in her head, she would re-examine her life and start over again.
Well, unfortunately, right now, think about how many she's, I hate to use this term because it sounds so misogynistic, but she's damaged goods, right? No one wants it.
There's always someone for someone, and people do change, and she could come to a realization. By the way, she's slated to sleep with 1,000 men in February, 1,000 men in a day.
Oh, yeah. You signing up to that, Alan?
Is there an online form?
You can fly Frank and Mikey out there, will you?
I got my reservation.
Mike already made the reservation.
See, that's why he's quiet, Frank. He's over there signing up right now.
Fly.
Just so everybody knows, I signed up and I got a free Pornhub sweatshirt.
You know the thing that bugs me out? Some of these dudes that are like on OnlyFans with their wives and they're showing their wives off, and I'm like, man, god damn, like really she's a catch, right? She's the one that's really generating the money, not him. And he's basically pimping out. It's like a modern day pimping out of your wife, all in the sake of money. It's crazy.
Just so you know, there's big parties that go around all over the United States, probably all over the world. They're rich, super rich husbands, and they have these hot trophy wives. But they take them to these events where they have sex with multiple partners. It's like a nightclub, Frank. You go in, the music's playing, there's a giant bed on the dance floor, and this whole thing goes on. My friend Eddie, who's actually a DJ for one of these events, told me about the whole thing. I was like, are you kidding me? He goes, yeah, the husbands are so rich, they stand outside with all the rich husbands. The wives are inside having fun. You ever heard of this?
Oh, no, but I got to go check it out, for research purposes only.
Yeah, in reality, there is swinging, and I know somebody who, she and her husband, they go to a party, then they throw their keys into a hat, and then other couples pick the keys, and whoever picks them, they swap.
Yeah, I guess it's like an open marriage type thing, right? N2MDX.
Right, good for them. Let them enjoy their lives. I'm not judging, but, I just know what I'd like.
Yeah, I will judge because I think it's harmful to everybody involved, including the culture in general. I won't stop somebody, but I'll definitely judge.
I mean, this is what I'm saying. I mean, I got the body for it, but I just refuse to degrade myself like this.
Come on. Frank, you got to get on this.
Donut hole.
Oh, my God. I said that. Yeah, Dave left himself wide open. You should have ripped him up.
I did. I just threw that one shot. That was good. I didn't need to keep going.
I didn't hear it. You all doubled up.
They said coming from the guy who dresses in a Dunkin' Donuts outfit. I'm like, you truly are the donut hole.
Hey, listen. You can make fun of a lot of things, but you don't listen. That outfit costs more than what you're wearing right now.
Oh, come on, man.
I'm sure.
How much of that out? You look like a traffic cone, Dave.
Dude, I paid. It was one night, Mike. We were on. I know Frank was. We were on 80. I don't know. Was it 80 or 40? We were on somewhere. We were drunk, and we were talking about it, and out of nowhere, I ordered the goddamn. I had to order it off eBay because you can't get them.
The best part is that he didn't remember and it just showed up.
Mike, I even bought a gold chain with my call sign on it.
Oh my God, dude! A lot of bling bling, right?
Oh yeah. It was. I was, thankfully I came to before I ordered more. I was going to order the hat and everything else, but thankfully I stopped. It was funny though. It's a funny memory.
And then he goes to the Hampfair Trust that way.
Oh yeah. I'm looking at this Lily Phillips chick, and I don't see anything big about it. I mean, she's cute. I mean, a lot of Botox. Body count of what? Now she said an hour ago. I'm watching a video from an hour ago on the Daily Mail here where she opens up to plan to sleep with 1,000 men in one day. This is an interview, an hour ago, or whatever. It was posted online. So there you go. So I guess she's not. I guess that crying wasn't that big of a deal there, Alan.
Well, you see, that's the beginning of the disease, though, because now other women are going to see what she did, and they're going to start to more or less copy it, so they can make money. And now it'll just have a domino effect through the culture. And these young girls who are seeing these women do that. By the way, she's made millions of dollars doing stuff like this. The younger girls will think that's a viable track, especially when they're young. And then they get older and they don't realize, like you said, they're damaged. And it's too late.
Oh yeah, I mean, if we can track old Lily's life here, right now she's what 23. Let's move forward 20 years from now. She'll be 43, and we'll see where Lily is here. She'll still be doing the same thing, but for a lot less money on Hollywood Boulevard somewhere.
She already has enough money that she wouldn't. I think she's got $40 million at this point, so not likely. But I'll predict right now. Write this down somewhere. All right. She will become very religious and move to the right by the time she's in her mid-30s.
No,
or she'll wind up in suicide. One or the other.
Probably somewhere in the 30s, and by 40 she'll have like 4 or 5 kids, all with different fathers, and strung out on some sort of monoxidant or one of those.
Or it could be that.
Or suicide.
Suicide, absolutely. Yeah, all of this is a cry out for attention, not just money. Clearly, this is a shout for attention.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Like I said, there's so many other worse ways to make money, right there, Frank.
Oh yeah.
I don't get it. I don't know. I just don't find that attractive, though. Maybe it's me.
No, it's not you. She's objectively pretty, but subjectively, I find her repulsive.
All right, I think it's time to go eat my sushi.
Well, tell Lily we said hi.
With the conversation, I'm going to go eat the sushi I bought a little while ago.
Dave, you're so bad. What is wrong with you?
What? I told him to say hi to Lily. It's a friend, his neighbor. Listen, nothing bad. I mean, if you guys take it the wrong way, that's on you. It's never meant any ill will or mean intent or dirty talk here. We're all about the Catholic religion.
I think in the line, right? See how far you could push it without actually pushing it.
Tell Lily we said hi.
I will. What does Lily look like? What is this going to look like? What's her name?
Lily. Oh, I just had it. Hold on, I got to put it back up. Lily Phillips. It depends on which Lily you're looking at. If you're looking at the one that's all done up in makeup, it looks completely different than the one that's not done up in makeup. It's crazy.
Oh my gosh, she's 23 years old. Holy crap, that's sad.
Yeah.
It really is. Wow, she got a bunch of money. Woohoo!
Yeah, sugar mama.
The question.
I mean, she's okay. I mean, she's not ugly, but yeah, that's crazy, man. Wow, 23-year-old girl did that to her life. Oy, oy, oy.
Oh, the girl you talking about before with all the 1,000 people she's gonna have sex. She's 23 years old.
Yeah, she was 23, man. That's kind of gross.
The problem is she's not mature, and she's like Dave said, she's gonna live with this for the rest of her life when she's a woman, or maybe she don't care. Who knows? I don't know. But to make that choice at her age is pretty bad.
That's actually really sad.
So,
Is there anything going on in the world than drones and promiscuous 23-year-olds?
I will ask, did anyone see the picture, that meme that was put up by Trump, that the drones were carrying McDonald's for what's his name? Oh God, what's his name? The heavyset governor here in New Jersey. Which one?
Christie?
Yeah. I laughed so hard when I saw that. That was great.
Trump is the master troller.
Him and 50 Cent.
I'm going to say, thank God that man got elected. I could not go 4 more years listening with that to the voice of Carmella.
Oh my God, no, she was a train wreck. I'm very, very, very happy with the outcome of this. I feel like we have a good shot of fixing a lot of the messes that have been made.
I'll tell you the truth.
I've been in business 30 years. The last quarter was the worst quarter of my 30 years, and January is already going to be the best January of my 30 years. So what did that?
Hey, Frank.
My personal business got affected very much so, but so things are looking up already. So I'm happy about that.
Hey, Frank.
Yeah.
And listen, I don't mind if a woman was president, but just not her. I mean, I definitely think if we had some type of like woman of a military background with a strong backbone that can carry both parties, that would be fantastic. But I don't think we're ever going to see that, you know?
Well, I was not against Condoleezza Rice. I think she would have made an excellent person, right? Educated black woman. I think that would have been cool, right? I just think getting the right person in there. Hillary is definitely not the solution to that, and neither was Kamala.
Definitely a no, and definitely a no, 100%.
I think it would have been interesting to see Sarah Palin as president in her day, but she's been smeared so much, there's nothing left of her.
I agree. I liked her, but again, I think that she's made too many bad mistakes, and I would have, looked. At the time, it seemed like a good idea, but looking back now, I don't necessarily know she would have been the right pick.
Yeah, what are we talking about? K1RTA in the mobile.
Sarah.
Hey, Russ. We were talking about Sarah Palin.
Oh yeah.
Who's in the mobile?
Mobile. God, mobile. Russ out here on the Cape.
Someone from the Cape, you're in a mobile?
Yes, I am. I am driving up to the beautiful town of Hyannis out on Cape Cod in Massachusetts. And just in the town of Eastham right now, heading towards the big city. Well, for me, it's the big city anyway.
Oh, you sound good. I'm in the South Shore, Long Island. You're coming in about a 9.
Yeah, and you're coming in about the same as well here in the truck, so that's doing very well. So fine business, just running about 500 watts, and an Icom 7000 with a nice little screwdriver antenna.
Very neat. What's your call and your name?
Sorry, guys. This is K1RTA, Kilowatt 1 Romeo Tango Alpha, and the name is Russ. Romeo Uniform Sierra Sierra.
Russ, I'm Alan, Alpha Lima Alpha November, and I'm KC2RFN. About 15 minutes east of JFK Airport on the South Shore of Long Island. And it's pretty cool you're coming in like that.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, the amplifier really helps quite a bit, usually in the mobile here. All right, carry on, gentlemen. Just wanted to say hello. I heard Frank out there and I think a few others, so I'll turn it back to you guys. K1RTA out on Cape Cod.
Hey, just want to say hello, Mr. Russ in the mobile, N2MDX, and how you doing?
How you doing?
Good to hear you, buddy. Sounded good from that mobile, making the trip all the way to Jersey. Nice audio in the car. I like it. What radio is that?
Yeah, I'm running rack gear. Just Nikon 7000.
All right, for a minute I was like, wait, what?
I knew before he even said it has that distinctive audio from the 7000.
Yeah, it sounds like a YZ80.
Yeah, it's I don't know. Well, careful of those drone sightings.
N2MDX back.
For Christ's sake. Let anybody on this frequency, huh?
Going back to Trump, I think is also going to result in a lot of reverse immigration.
Well, I don't know. I think he'll try, but like I said, he's not going to be there long enough to. The damage has already been done, and we probably won't see the outcome of the damage done for at least for the next 15 to 20 years.
Why do you think we wouldn't see it? We're seeing it right now pretty clearly.
No, I think this is just the on top of the frosting type of deal. I think it's going to be a lot worse than that.
You telling me that all the drones are his too?
I'm surprised they haven't pinned this drone thing on him anyway.
It's funny, I thought the same thing.
Biden's drones.
Yeah, Biden's drones are dropping off illegal.
Yeah, who knows? We'll see how it all carries out here. But yeah, I mean, if there's a way for them to blame something on them, they'll get it done. But still early. Aliens for Trump.
So I heard one of the comedians say something that make sure I have it. Yesterday on Fox, I was listening to one of the comedians go off, and he was saying that, wow, Biden's now responsible for 2 alien invasions.
That's pretty good.
And nothing more annoying when you go get sushi and then you find out the only soy sauce you have in your fridge is gluten-free soy sauce. Ugh. It doesn't taste the same.
You better hurry up, man. You only got probably about 4 or 5 more hours before darkness here, before you guys in New Jersey have to start hiding down in the basement from the drones.
That's funny.
Wrap the entire house in aluminum foil. Looks like a really cool Christmas gift, and it protects me from aliens.
They can't be too safe these days.
You see the movie Signs with Mel Gibson?
Oh, good movie.
That's what's happening.
Frank, what color is your Mustang?
Gray. Like I have to think for a minute, like a charcoal gray.
Yeah, I'm looking at one here, man. They just did an unbelievable wrap on one. It's just, well, it wasn't a Mustang, but it was an Audi. But man, it was like it's like a typical matted black. But man, this thing was just beautiful.
It's funny you said that today. I was going to start my car up, but I'll do it tomorrow. I wanted to get it going and just get, let it run for about 15 minutes.
Yeah, you don't really have to worry too much about that stuff anymore with with the fuel injection and all that stuff. It's carburetor stuff you got to worry, but you don't have that problem on these newer ones.
No, it's the battery and the cold.
Yep.
Yeah. You don't have it on a little Harbor Freight battery, whatever the hell it is.
Battery tender. What car do you have, Frank?
You double with a mic.
Quadruple at one point.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a battery tender, but I run a Schumacher as well on my car. What car do you have again, Frank?
Yes, 650 Mustang. It's the RTR edition.
Oh, very nice, very nice. You like it?
Yeah, it's fast. I'm going to put a supercharger on it.
66. Year is it?
No, it's brand new, Russ.
Oh, okay. I was going to say.
Yeah, I love Stangs. They're beautiful. I love them.
Neat stuff. Even still, that's pretty sweet, huh?
Yeah, I can't wait to kill myself after I put the supercharger on it.
He's stupid.
Race from red light to red light across New York City.
So is it
Oh, I don't live in New York City, thank God.
supercharging, or is it actually going to be a Coyote?
No, it's a Coyote.
Nice.
Naturally aspirated, beautiful engine, sounds nice. It's all ready. Sway bars are ready. It's fully ready. It's been dropped, lowered. It's fully ready now to accept a supercharger.
Sounds like somebody has too much money. They don't know where to spend it.
Now somebody likes to have fun. It's Bob just chiming in saying, hey, he's jealous.
I'm not a stick in much.
That's right. How you doing, Russ? I was in here earlier. I jumped out for a minute and came back.
I'm doing
Hey, Bob, do you have weapons?
Mass destruction? No.
No, do you have weapons?
Define weapon.
Anything that you can go to a Walmart and say, anybody moves, you leave with a tag in your toe, and they won't move.
Oh my God.
Yes.
You're laughing away.
He's great.
I'm just saying, he can get money. Nobody's stopping you, Bob.
Lord, there's something wrong with you.
I think the rules and regulations of civilization are stopping me.
Nothing stopping you. That lady just banged 101 guys in 14 hours. I think it's okay if you rob a Walmart.
Just 100.
Hey, what lady?
Where are you been for the last half an hour? Lily Phillips.
Yeah,
I walked away like 10 minutes ago. You guys were talking about Kim Kardashian.
Oh, yeah. We moved. Ellen brought us down another road.
It's all Alan's fault.
You smoked a lot of bowls?
123 years old. Jesus. I don't find that. I don't know. What do we know?
What's her name, Dave? What's her name?
Lily Phillips. I guess she's from the UK.
Phillips with a Y, right?
Yeah, she just posted today or yesterday that she's updating it to 1,000 men in one day now.
You know, she can get insurance on that. J-Lo got insurance on her buttocks.
That's just tough.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, she's going to make a fantastic wife one day.
After the first 3 or 4, there's got to be nothing left there anyway.
Well, I don't want to be number 1. I want to be 1,004.
Hey, well, the baby delivery will go easy.
Oh, yeah. You shoot those things like a missile.
Go bowling.
Go launching the kid across the room.
I'm bringing my own bowling ball to go bowl.
And I don't even get this. She amassed 200,000 followers on her Instagram. So she slept with 101 guys, and she gained 200,000 followers. That's a big deal.
I mean,
on Instagram, I don't get it.
200,000 morally corrupt people.
Well, how much money do you get?
I mean, the only problem with that is if she does get pregnant, and now she's got to do 101 DNA tests.
No, I don't think she has to worry about that. Like I said, the name of the tour was No Glove, No Love Tour.
Oh, Lord.
They left the condoms on the bed and in the room. They didn't clean them up after each person. It was really quite disgusting.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God, that's gross.
Yeah, the guy
Okay,
who
Alan, I didn't realize you watched the whole video.
It was there, yeah. Heaved when they looked.
Hold on. We got to get back to Alan on this one. Alan knows a lot more details. Alan, so you watched this thing live?
I'm just saying. I'm not
You ain't just saying anything. You're saying a lot more than you. So how did you stream this video, Alan?
So is it a paid stream?
Hold on. We got to warn Alan, man. Poor guy came in here just having some good conversation. We were talking about the UFOs, and this derailed really badly for him.
Well, Russ is here.
You gotta ease him in.
Oh, 600. Wow, that's a 600 watts that time. Woo.
All right, Alan, confess. You got to confess right here, right now.
You'll never get it out of me.
Lily said.
He's a contributor.
He said, "You'll never get it out of
They
me."
were allowed to relieve themselves on her face, and that's no joke.
Oh God! So I'm trying to get this right. So only is she on? She has an. Are you on? Now the only way you could have watched it was you had to be on her OnlyFans. So you belong to. How did you get on Lily's OnlyFans?
What are you talking about? Alan was number 96.
In the UK, up until yesterday.
Jesus Christ! I never even heard of this lady. So you guys, I didn't think you guys would teach me anything, but you're teaching me that the world is a lot worse off than I thought it was. N2MDX.
Digital age, David. It's I mean, it's just porn, pretty much. She's just generating porn. So
And to kick it.
way of whether it's a website or whatever, it's whatever she does.com or whatever. Now it's just through her Instagram or whatever, right?
N2MDX.
100 bang, 100-person gangbang. It's just the fact that she's 23 years old. That's a sad part.
Yeah, usually they wait until the end of their career before they do stuff like that.
God bless her. God bless
She
her
totally
soul.
turned it upside down.
Interesting choice of words.
Oh yeah. I mean, like I said, it's sad, and it's sad that well, I guess people do. I don't know. I'm looking at a couple pictures here. I don't know. Like I said, I don't. Is she cute? Yes. I don't find her really attractive. I mean, I think that's kind of a turn off to me. But we all have our own standards. I get it. Some people say, "Oh, she's beautiful. I'd do anything." Yeah, I'm not that picky.
Her allure is that she has the look of the daughter every man wants, the girlfriend that every man and boy
Bonnie
wants.
Blue, Dave.
And she doesn't seem to be coming from want or desperation, and that's almost like a virgin. That's sort of how she's being perceived. Only there's still some innocence to take away, and that's the real dirty part of the entertainment and why she's successful, and that also leads into why the society is falling.
Yeah, I agree. It's sad. I mean, it's sad. I mean, I'm guessing her parents are probably not proud of her life choices here. So, and if we dip into her past, there's probably some scars and probably some other history that we don't know about that sent her down this path. I doubt her father's going to be a preacher and her mother was a school teacher.
The sad part is that's a young girl who could have, instead of being shaped right, men have just completely pounced on it and taken, for lack of a better word, but have taken advantage of a young girl like that, man. I mean, listen, I know what she's doing, but, you're completely taking advantage of somebody's mental state like that. Like, to your point, Dave, she's definitely probably not all up there, or some stuff tragic has happened, and, instead of helping that young lady, they all, saw it as an opportunity. Sad.
Exactly.
I mean, to a point. I mean, mean, like I said, she is 23 years old. She has to have some responsibility in there. But it's sad. I mean, obviously people pointed her in the wrong direction, and she's I don't know. Like I said, it's sad. The whole situation's sad. But I'm gonna ask Alan a bunch of serious questions here about Lily. Alan seems to know a lot more than I know about Lily.
Multiple questions or multiple answers available, or is it just A, B, C, or D?
My feed, and of course you're going to check it out. So that's really all I have is from the YouTube algorithm and the Daily Wire.
I don't listen to him, Al. He's just busting your chops. I like Alan. Alan's all right, man.
Who said Alan's not all right? Alan, does she have any siblings?
I'm not aware.
Okay, parents still together?
I believe they are.
Does she have a crooked third toe?
I don't know.
You're not being very forthcoming here. Okay, now, the drone's over Frank's house, Alan. Who?
U.S. government.
I haven't seen any in
Are you listening to me, David?
Not at my house when I'm taking out the dog at night.
Am I listening to you, Bob? If you said anything before that, no, I didn't hear you.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought you weren't listening to me. I was saying, you're talking about this chick, Lily, on OnlyFans. There's another girl on OnlyFans called Bonnie Blue, B-L-U-E. She makes $600K on OnlyFans by seducing students.
So do I have to be a student?
I don't know, but she's pretty hot, man. I'd like to be one of her students.
Is that Chris?
Who else would it be?
Hey, Chris, how you doing?
Oh, what's up, bro? KZ2N. Yeah, I don't. Like I said, what is that? A website?
Yeah, OnlyFans is a website where people pay ridiculous money to see stupid shit.
I'm going to go do some stuff here in my house. I'll be back in a little bit. N2 kick you up.
Yeah, Frank's Google.
Wait a minute, Frank, where you going? No, they just raised the price of U2 TV. I mean, I'm not paying for any more. All I watch is 2 channels.
I know, I saw that, yeah, but I don't know. No, I gotta finish, putting stuff away. I went Christmas shopping. I got a bunch of stuff to do this place. I get back to work tomorrow. I gotta take care of a few things. So I'll be back in a little while, though. And to kick you up.
Fine business, Frank. Great talking to you. Have a great day. Be careful out there, K1R.
Hey, Frank.
Thanks, boys. Yeah, I'll be back in a little while. Hopefully you guys are here. Yeah, go ahead, Dave. Well, let's hear this nonsense.
Funny story when Chris starts watching TikTok, right? We're watching. He's like, Dave, you get a lot of these breastfeed videos. I'm like, no, I've never gotten them. This whole feed is breastfeed. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know what the hell you're searching for.
I guess he didn't realize that he's outing his complete algorithm.
Yeah, once he clicks on one, that's it. It's a wrap.
Sign into your computer remotely.
Yeah, it's a big no-no.
Yeah, your Google's attached everywhere. So if you're doing it on your home PC, it's on your phone too.
That's right. They're always watching.
So, Chris, what are you doing, Chris?
Question?
Chris, what are you doing on your home PC?
Wait a minute, Frank. Frank, no. Frank, I had a question. You can't go yet.
I think
What's that?
left the building.
He's wrapping presents.
No, Frank, quick question before you go.
Yeah, go ahead. What's up?
Oh, what do you get when you cross a donkey with an onion?
I don't know.
A piece of ass that brings tears to your eyes.
They are getting better, Chris.
That was a good one.
Okay, N2MDX. Okay, I'm going to jump up and go make some lunch.
All right, fellas, it's been a pleasure, and you can see this live stream. I gotta make a couple edits. I think you guys are terrible. N2MDX, QQF, Chris and Bob and Russ, everybody, Alan, everybody have a fantastic day. N2MDX, thank you guys. It was a good time.
7-3.
Have a good one, Mike. Take care.
Good night, John Boy.
Christmas backgrounds here, skins, K1HRD.
Okay.
Yeah, we got a bunch of skins out there. So you downloaded them, everything's good. They're in the folder now, Bob. They're all working.
That's a right. Once I took them out of the double folder and just put a single folder in the folder, they all work perfect.
Fantastic. You're the man. Yeah, we're running a Christmas skin background here too on this one, so I'm glad you're liking them.
Yep, I've had a few of them on here so far. Right now I have the 06, the Santa Claus with the reindeer.
Very cool. Yeah, you could thank Mr. N2MDX. He was like, you got to do the Christmas skins. So it was all Dave.
Oh, I don't want to thank Dave. His head'll go swelling up twice the size it already is.
Very good. All right, well, I'm going to go 7-3, and there's a bunch of guys here on the stream. Got about 8 guys in the chat, and I want to say hello to everybody in the chat room. Thank you so much for tuning in. And we're going to end the stream, and we'll do it again, fellas. Thank you.
Mike.
Before you end the stream, I was just going to ask you a quick question, Mike.
1 second, Bob. What was that, Chris?
Well, I was wondering, what are the 3 rings of marriage?
I don't know, but you're going to tell me.
Well, you know, there's the engagement ring, and then there's the wedding ring, and then there's the suffering.
And that's pretty much how they go, exactly in that order, Chris.
And then there's the divorce ring.
All right, Bob and Chris, you guys have a great day. I'll catch you guys on later for sure. N2MDX 7-3.
7-3.